Lunchbox is brought to you by Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome bay with shafafa on the side.
Hello, everybody. One button. One lousy button. We don't know yet.
I hope you're right.
Let's see what it is.
I think we were one button away.
I
You
think
were. It's always
red
one button.
buttons.
Yeah, we're never good on
it's
take
so
two.
funny. I had our boss Jerry in my head because I would always be the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
on the
I
radio.
always say it's the Occam's razor. The most obvious thing is usually it. And I was saying, I bet it's just one button. Is it working? Do you hear sound?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, having done this
Are
for a
you
million
hearing?
years.
Yeah. What's the thing?
Well, I mean, it was always the mix minus. It's called a mix minus.
Yes
I
or
don't know
no?
if that was the case here.
Lubie is nodding. I see a
But
smile.
you would come on the air and you would be ready with your show and you're thinking, hey, I'm going to have a lot of enthusiasm.
It's usually
and
a
you
1
come
o'clock
on with a
start.
big, big intro, and then you're hearing nothing but echo.
Yes. No. It's not.
Nothing? Okay, that's not
There is
good.
no sound.
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
I thought we had a break.
I figure we had it done.
You're right, you're on.
Oh, good. Yeah.
We are on? Okay. All right. So let's get this puppy started and put it.
Explain the
No,
inexplicable
we're
first.
gonna.
Yeah.
But you're gonna log off and then reboot on Facebook now, right?
We're on Facebook. We're on
We're on.
for all of South Florida Live. And if you want to put this on,
Well, can we? All right. Did we have the intro, or we don't want to mess around now? We just want to get into the show.
yeah. We did the
Okay,
intro. We
you're
did
into
everything.
it.
It's on the
We
page.
did the intro.
Yes.
Was I cursing?
No, you were good.
Okay.
I come off like a moron,
Okay,
which is
hold
fine.
on.
I don't mind being a moron.
Send me a link again. Send me a link. Send me a link, and I will get us on
I
the group.
apologize to everyone.
And Jesus.
And here's the link. We are at Batch today, and
We're back.
we've eaten almost
as soon
all
as
the
I get
food.
onto the group, and hopefully
You're pretty much destroying everything that they brought out here, which looked fantastic. Although
Wait.
I did leave the configuration of corn ribs,
You did very good.
but I'm about to dive into that too, man.
All right.
And,
Well,
and you're all over the short rib thing. What is the sandwich that you were partaking in? We went with the biscuits, which I do have a marketing campaign run by Brandon. I didn't get a chance to trademark it yet, but I believe it is going to be the official slogan of Batch Southern Kitchen. And then the salad, I've already destroyed it with a little participation from you, but not much. But you were picking at the chicken, which was unbelievable. Because blackened chicken is usually pretty dried out when you get it in a salad. You say,
Oh,
hey,
this
can
was
you top that
moist.
with some blackened chicken? And
All right.
this was like a rotisserie chicken. It was
I'm gonna call the timeout right now, and we have reset. It is officially take two. We are loaded on the Let's Eat South Florida group. Apologies to everybody. We had a little bit of a technical issue today. So instead of starting at 1 o'clock Eastern time, we're starting at 1 o'clock Central time today on the Lunchbox. And good afternoon. We're at Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, 525 North
You're a happy
Federal
man
Highway.
now, Mayo, though.
Oh, Lubie is happy, and the greatest minds. We're all. I mean, Lubie's college educated, master's degree. I went to Tufts, and I'm like banging the board and dropping it up and down. I'm wriggling with
You're
wires.
useless on any kind of technical thing.
And-
Listen, as lame as Lubie is in this area, he is like Einstein compared to you. I mean, it's ridiculous.
No, I knew it was going to be just like one simple thing that got overlooked, and
Yeah.
sure enough, I think it was just one thing that
One
wasn't
button, yeah.
clicked. One button,
The on button.
and
It's usually the thing.
and so now things are looking up. It hasn't
all
been
right.
the best start to the day. Again, July 11th.
Stop fetching already.
7-Eleven, which
Wow.
for gamblers and degenerates like us, Defo, it's supposed to be like the luckiest day on the calendar. Not just people who like to go to 7-Eleven for free Slurpees, which we were talking about
Hey,
before.
do you realize that you're a good buddy of mine now? I mean, but you worked with this guy for years. Jim Sarney was outside a 7-Eleven that was not a 24-hour job. And at 5 a.m. they opened up, and he was online getting ready to get his small cola Slurpee, which I'm not sure what your opinion of Slurpees is. I mean,
Nowadays, as a diabetic, I try to avoid them because I don't think they have
probably not the best
sugar-free
thing for your health.
Slurpees.
Yeah.
I do love them on a hot summer day where you get the brain freeze. And
I don't like that at all.
I
no.
like the classic Coke Slurpee. I also like the mixed Coke and cherry
Yeah.
Slurpee. I used to drink them a lot.
When was
in
the
my
last
youth.
time you had them?
With my daughter, probably a year ago on
Oh,
a hot
yeah,
day.
recently?
Yeah, we
Okay.
sometimes would just go.
It's been a long time.
We have
Yeah.
7-Eleven right around the corner from her house.
You,
In
you
Hollywood.
go into a 7-Eleven, you're thinking, do I want one of those plutonium encased sandwiches? The answer is no. And then you see the taquitos on the grill there, and there's like about 6 of them. But you're thinking those things have been spinning since 1994 when they opened the place.
They're
and
not.
then they have the hot dogs that never seem to cook beyond. I mean, they could have been on there for like 48 hours, but they never seem to get any more cooked than they were when they originally threw them on the grill.
I think those hot dogs survived Chernobyl or something like that. They look a little bit. I don't hear Lubie now on my headset. Is your headset on, Lubie? And let's try not to press the wrong button. There we go. Welcome to the show,
Hello.
Lubie. How's your day been so far?
That's 20 years of radio business training.
That was good.
The
man.
mute button was weirdly on, and I don't know why, and I didn't touch the mute button.
Because
The mute button.
sometimes when these updates happen,
Yeah, it just clicks things.
it clicks things on, and as people learned during the pandemic with their Zooms, like sometimes the mute button was on when it shouldn't have
and
been,
you never know.
and
yes.
sometimes you didn't have the mute button on,
And you meant to have it
and
on.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Toobin learned the hard way that sometimes
Oh, yeah.
you really should have the mute button
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Anyway, Brandon is here. He brought out a full array of food
That's cold
an hour
and
ago.
half eaten.
And
We
we
ate a
destroyed it.
bunch of it,
Yeah.
and we're going to get into some of the great happenings here at Bash New Southern Kitchen. And how gratifying is it that we actually have a sponsor came on board? We've been touting people the truth about how good this place is, not just the service, which is like bend over backwards, fine Southern hospitality, but scratch made food here. Even you cannot resist the allure of these biscuits, and I know you are like usually
Well,
a
I don't
healthier
usually like
idiot.
to shovel like a bunch of bread in midday in my face, but I do have. I don't know if I want to unveil this yet because I want to see what Brandon thinks because I think he's more of a marketing guy, and he was explaining to me he was reading a book about marketing, and I think he was mentioning this to you too when we were
It's
talking before the show. About customers and how to attract customers. Oh, you want your customers to become like your biggest fans and advocates.
yes.
Which is an easy thing because that's what's happened with Let's Eat South Florida. It's a little bit of that where people, somebody will say, hey, when I went to Batch Southern Kitchen and I tell you what, I ordered the coleslaw and it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And then 50 people will say, no, this is the greatest place. What are you kidding me? And he says that your regular customers become your biggest advocates is a big marketing
I think
tool.
it's something along the line of like super fans where
Yeah.
like the old adage in the restaurant business is, if somebody doesn't like an experience, they'll tell 100 people, but if they like it, they only
tell no
tell
one.
10
Yeah.
or 5. But here it's the flip side is they are aggressively
It's really growing from that.
just winning people
Yeah.
over with the combination of food, hospitality. They'll invite people in to try a new dish and then give it to them, on the house just to get their feedback on it. And that's the kind of stuff that really endears people. And
Should I wait to run this by Brandon?
yeah,
or,
we'll have
You
a
can.
we'll have a discussion with him.
I know you're going to make a face, so I don't even really want to get into it.
I'm
with you
scared to
on
know what
this
it
end.
is
Yeah.
if you're worried about
Well, we
my
have a whole
face.
bunch of the new summer,
But it's all based
menu
on the
items.
biscuits.
Okay, well, we'll talk with Brandon in a minute. And they have all these kind of whimsical signs around, and as I walked in today, right over the outdoor bar, there's a sign that says "Bad decisions make for better stories." And my day today so far has been nothing but bad decisions.
Well, I mean,
starting
what's atypical about that?
after midnight when I found myself involved late in the game at a poker tournament, the Hard Rock multi-day affair. 19 people would advance to the money and round 2 on Sunday.
Out of how many?
It started off with 185 entrants, and we made our way down to 20. 19 made it through. Guess who got knocked out in number 20? That's me. They call that
It
the
wasn't
bubble.
Lubie,
But I
yeah.
feel like that's happened a lot to you.
Yeah, because I have
You're always like the last
all right,
spot.
I don't want to be like a sob story. I'm a very blessed individual. I've
Oh,
had
stop.
great relationships with
Yeah.
wonderful daughter.
But what is the Kevin
girlfriend,
Costner tin
lucky
cup?
in love, but unlucky at cards. I just get. I have.
No, but I
these-
feel like your tin cup. Like instead of playing it safe, you go for it.
when
and
you
then
get
it
pocket
backfires.
kings, and somebody puts a raise in on your raise, you got to go to all in, and then
Okay.
the other guy has ace king, and then he ends up like 4 cards
has
later,
straight
he has a
flush.
straight.
So you got blown
Ten,
out in
Jack,
another poker
Queen.
tournament. Is the end of the story?
Yeah.
But today's a new day, man.
The bad-
And
No, and then so that bad decision led to another one because on the way home at 2 a.m,
no.
self-sabotage. I'm hungry. What do I do?
But isn't Shenanigans open late?
No, the kitchen
I've
on
asked
the
one.
weeknights, the kitchen closes between 1 and
Yeah.
sometimes goes
I'm
to
trying to think of
1:30.
something
This was
healthy to eat
already
that late.
well past 2 a.m. and the only thing that was beckoning me was the golden arches of a 24-hour drive-through.
Yeah.
And like
When was
an
the last
idiot,
time you were at a McDonald's?
it was
prior
a
to that?
very long time ago. My body is not used to that,
Yeah.
and it's utter dreck. I mean, I had a quarter pounder with cheese,
Wow.
and it's not good. And I'm in the middle of eating, and I'm saying, "Why am I doing this?" Total
I'm
self-sabotage.
thinking occasionally, no matter how big of a health freak you are, like once in a while you blitzkrieg through McDonald's and you go ahead and actually it's like, wow, this stuff was okay and had some merit, but got to be like, I mean, a sodium bomb, a bloodbath.
I had nothing but shame and
Yeah.
regret. I wake up at like 6 in the morning, and I had a few drinks during the tournament last night, and I'm just like, I'm hungover. All of a sudden my diverticulitis starts to flare up. I don't know what they put in that meat in the quarter pounder, but it went right to my gut,
Yeah.
and it was just not reacting well. And now I'm happy to be here because this is the best medicine. These drop biscuits they
These biscuits
have here,
It's
are
all
amazing.
house
yeah.
made, pretty much
Yeah.
everything. Really good ingredients,
and
not preservatives.
there's a lot of
An hour ago too when we started this thing, they were on fire, and
Like
that's the
I
way
said,
they come out. Yeah.
This is the 1 p.m. Central
I
time
destroyed
There
the
you
edition
go.
of the
salad.
lunch
What was
box.
this salad called? You had a name for the salad.
Well, no, it's
That was great.
the official. It's a new menu item here, and they call it the 225 degrees salad. It's not because it gets roasted to 225 degrees in an oven. It's because 225 degrees, as you point on a compass, points to the southwest. So
Yeah,
it's a
Southwest
southwestern
salad.
style salad.
I thought because it was 225 degrees outside. It felt
No,
that.
it
way,
felt
no?
like that in Vegas.
That
and
was
even here.
delicious. The way they do it, it's
They
just
usually,
incredible. Always very impressive with this
I
kind
think
of
he
stuff.
gave you like a greens, just like a chicken salad, because the 225 has
They have some.
avocado. Back. Okay, we're back. Man, so as you were saying that the community has really been responding, and that's gratifying.
Yeah, the community's been awesome to us. I mean, we've gotten some just amazing reviews and some amazing traction with Let's Eat South Florida, and we're welcome to, let everyone and anyone come in our doors and check us out and, try this amazing new food that we have on our new menu, get these great drink specials, come experience brunch Saturdays and Sundays, and some of the philanthropy events that we have going on.
Before we get into the particulars of some of the new menu items and some of them we have in front of us and some of the events, including a great event tonight that's going to be going towards an animal rescue, the Saving Grace Animal Rescue. That's 6 to 8 p.m. tonight right here in Fort Lauderdale. But before we get that, Defo is mentioning a conversation he had before the show and something that we were talking about yesterday about some of these books that you've been reading that you've kind of been implementing the philosophies. And do you want to just share with the folks, I guess, just what you're all about. And now
For sure. I mean, I've been in the restaurant business, quite a bit, quite a long time. And, there's a lot of great places to get good food and great drinks and awesome bar, and you can get great service somewhere. But what I really think separates, Batch from that is not only do we have great food, great beverage program, awesome service through our steps of service with our there, but we have a hospitality program. And it starts from, just the entry level employees all the way up to, the director of operations like myself. So, we really want to take care of every guest that comes into our building. We treat them as guests instead of customers. We really want to wow people as they leave here. So you can get great food, like I said, anywhere, but you want people to leave here with a
what is it called? Radical hospitality, or is it
unreasonable hospitality?
Unreasonable.
Yeah,
hospitality,
Unreasonable Hospitality was a great book. It really kind of kicked this off and kind of started the theme of hospitality with Batch. And it's from 11 Madison Park. It was the #1 restaurant in the world, many years ago. And the GM and the chef bought it from Danny Meyer. And after they bought it, they closed it down, and they said they wanted to restart it and make themselves the #1 restaurant in the world with their new implementation, new team of Unreasonable Hospitality. And they did things that were just so, mind-blowingly unreasonable that it
but
became
unreasonable in the best of way. That
Exactly.
just totally pleases the customers. Like, you were telling me some stuff, and that's the kind of thing you've been doing here when people come in and say they've never been here, and you're sending them home with the biscuits that you could make yourself.
The take it home biscuits. We call them hospitality biscuits is what it comes in the kitchen as. But no, I mean, it's all these little things. It's, the little things add up, and we've had, a tough couple of years, here, just like all these restaurants are kind of going through, and we've really had to find something to differentiate us from all the other, restaurants and great restaurants around here. And I think we've kind of found our niche with it. So, Southern brand, Southern hospitality, it naturally fits. We have a great menu. It looks great. It tastes fantastic. Our batching program, is what we're named after. So we've really kind of been able to put all 4 of these echelons together.
And you said you want to have guests that come out here kind of like zealots, like proselytizing to people, like, you got to go check this place out.
Yeah,
right?
another kind of book that we did. We do a monthly kind of a book program where we come up with a book, and I'll read one, and then the other managers read it, and we put together kind of a synopsis, and we send it out to the management team, and in hopes that everyone's on the same page and we all kind of have the same marching orders. And another one of our kind of staple books within our organization is Raving Fans. And it's creating, raving fans, and it's turning regular guests and customers into raving fans. And what, the premise of the book is all about is, instead of having someone go, oh, that place is great, they're going out and they're defending you, and they're telling their networks, and then those networks are telling their networks. It's kind of like when you find a place that nobody's heard about, you want to be the one that brings somebody there. And that's what we're really trying to create.
And it's called going viral, I guess, and you see
Not
something
quite
take off
viral.
on the Let's Eat group, and then all of a sudden people want to check it out, and then people want to post their experience and how well they were treated. So look, it's working, and I'm glad, because this partnership with us on the Lunchbox and part of the Let's Eat group, we started off at the beginning of the year, and we didn't know how things were going to go, but I know I'm pleased. It's definitely gratifying to see so many people catching on and seeing a place that does things the right way and
For sure. I mean, we're a very modest group over here. We really are just very humble. We just want to put out great food, great service, and great hospitality to anyone that comes in our doors. So, that's kind of our pitch right now. And like we said, come and try these cool, awesome dishes that we have.
So
experience the hospitality for yourself.
Last month we tried some of the items before they actually hit the menu. Now these new summer items are on the menu, in play. Last time we had that great blackened redfish with the corn succotash and the grit cake. What do we have in front of us today?
We got a lot of stuff over here. So starting down by Defo is our 225 degree salad. That's kind of our play and spin on a southwestern salad. So 225 degrees is southwest on a compass. So that's kind of our unique way of describing that. Nice southwestern flavors in there. The cool part about it is the crispy fried jalapenos that are in there. It is going to be, that is their gluten ingredient in that salad, but removing that makes that 100% gluten-free salad. We did change up our salad section on the menu where we now offer half portion size salads.
Nice.
So you can get any of our, staple signature salads in a half portion or a full portion.
Oh,
so
nice. Start with a little bit of the salad greens and then go into getting your brisket sandwich or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great starter on a half portion, or, for lunch. We know a lot of people don't want to, do a big bite every single day.
They're not like me, thank God.
Not like you. So we have that awesome, opportunity for them just to grab a half salad with some protein on there, get a nice little quick lunch, and, get back to work.
Now this, I see Defo's already gotten into it. What did you think of the corn ribs?
I love the presentation, and I like the fact that you guys have something that appeals to everybody.
Yep.
Because you could have a group of whatever, 10 people, 20 people, and there's one vegan in there, and they think, well, I can't go there, and then everybody's got to go somewhere else. But you guys offer these kind of opportunities, and that is really an innovative and delicious presentation.
Yeah, I mean, the presentation's awesome, and I'm glad you brought that up because it's not just for vegans, and how
Yeah.
we're kind of training our staff with
The
this.
pepper
this
was
item.
delicious. It disappeared before we got on the air.
No,
I
the
see
roasted
that. I
peppers.
see that.
That was
That was
grilled
gone.
peppers.
Yeah,
They
the grilled
look great.
And its coleslaw is very unique also. I have
For
to
sure.
say.
Actually, the day we rolled the new menu was 2 Wednesdays ago, and the first table that ordered the corn ribs was actually this family from Boston, and it was a mother and a son, the father, and the mother was vegan, and the son was a carnivore, and she had the corn ribs, and he had our baby back ribs, and she was raving about how delicious it was and how unique and cool it was. And what really touched me about that table is she said this is the first time she's ever been able to eat ribs with her son.
Oh,
And I
wow.
was like, man, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it was
That's-
really kind of thing there. But
And
what we're teaching the staff too is put that in the middle of the table. So you
Yeah.
have all these.
Yeah, I
like
was
a
gonna say
shareable.
it could be like
great
an app.
shareable,
Yeah, I would think of that like
vegetarian.
an app.
It's a
Very
bunch
nice,
of
yeah.
And what do you do?
smorgasbord.
You glaze it with a little bit of is it a vegan dish or
It
is
is
it a
completely
butter?
vegan. No, it's
Okay.
completely vegan. So
Oh,
we-
nice.
We are going to flash fry the corn ribs. So that is pretty much just a quarter of a corn cob cut long ways. We flash fry them, so they're going to get that really hard arch on there.
Okay.
So the hot
So it
oil
kinda
just really
curls
curls them
around.
up like the baby back rib, and then
Oh.
they come out of the fryer. We hit it with a barbecue seasoning. To get that barbecue smoky flavor on there. Our house-made coleslaw, which we adjusted the recipe. We took out the buttermilk
Mayonnaise
out of
or
there and the
buttermilk,
mayo
okay. Yep.
base. It's now
It's
vinegar
fantastic.
based.
It
It's
really
vinegar
is.
based, so it's
Yeah.
completely vegan.
Nice.
Wow.
I got to try that. I love a good vinegar slaw. So
And then both sauces too, the white barbecue and our root beer barbecue. Those are both 100% vegan sauces as well.
very,
Beautiful.
very inventive, very creative.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, me and corn don't get along anymore, but I will dive into the other
dabble
things.
into the other stuff.
Yeah, and then of course now getting back to the carnivore side of
Yeah,
the
the
street,
carnivore side.
you've got a new short rib on the menu,
Yeah, it's
right?
an updated short rib, so we're using the same meat itself, but this recipe kind of spun out of a mistake. Like a lot of cool things in restaurants that occur. We used to slow braise the old short rib, and then we put over a sweet potato mash. But what we found one day is one of our prep cooks, mistake the short rib for a brisket, and
he threw it in the
Threw
smoker.
it in the smoker, and we looked at it, and when we cut it in, we saw the smoke.
it looks
ring that was
fantastic.
on
Look
there.
at this. I mean,
Yeah.
people can't really see the close up here, but we're going to take some pictures. But yeah, it's just it falls apart very nice and soft and moist. And yeah, that smoke ring right below
Yep.
the surface.
The smoke ring gives it that really nice visual appeal on top of the buttermilk mashed potatoes, with the top of the crispy sweet potato haystack, served with a little bit of broccolini and then a veal demi-glace on top. It's fantastic. I mean, it's a really great short rib. You get the smokiness flavor out of there, and you still get that hardiness that you're looking for.
Very rich and satisfying. And finally, it's kind of a retooled fried green tomato BLT.
Yeah, another update on the menu. So our fried green tomato BLT. So we switched out the bread. I know some of your feedback when you had it last time.
Yeah.
That sourdough was a little tough on the bite.
Somebody actually listened to a note of mine. The sourdough is a little too, tough.
too much,
And
yeah.
I think now you're using kind of a home style white.
Exactly.
toast,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like a country white loaf. So we're using that there and on some of our brunch items that we have. It's a softer bite. The fried green tomatoes are fantastic. We just put a fried green tomato appetizer on the menu as well. That comes with a tomato and bacon coulis with our cheddar bacon grits.
Nice.
And then a fried green tomato appetizer for happy hour. So you can come in on happy hour, get a nice helping of fried green tomatoes.
And this has all the notes. It's got the crunchy from the fried. It's got the sweet pepper, peppery jam.
yeah, the pepper jam and then the candy bacon's in there too.
It's a nice
So it
move.
really rounds
And-
itself off.
and the bread, as it being softer, it's just it just makes for a much more pleasant, biting and dare I say big bite experience. Here we go.
Look at that.
Jeez. Oh, that's good. That's good. Brandon, we're going to take our first break so I could maybe chew and not require the Heimlich maneuver. But after that, we got a lot going on this week, tonight,
Tonight they got a
tomorrow,
lot going
the whole
on.
weekend, and the weeks ahead here at Bash in Fort Lauderdale. So we'll talk about that and more
Sounds great.
after these words. From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. And he wears cookies. We're back. Food, glorious food. We're here at Batch, enjoying a lot of food, glorious food. Jeff Defo DeForest, Mike Lubitz on the board. He's a troubleshooter, and I'm feeling a lot better about this 7-Eleven. I'm feeling luckier. I think I'm going to go out and just buy a scratch-off lottery ticket right after the show. How about that?
There you go.
The luck is turning around. We're with Brandon, Director of Ops here for Batch Hospitality Group.
So I know there's like a big event tonight, but before we get to that, Defo has been talking about this plan he has, and I'm actually curious about Defo's.
You might want to wait till the end of the show.
No, I want to hear it. I'm not going to lie.
The show closer.
I genuinely want to.
I don't know. Mayo's not going to like this because Mayo doesn't like these kind of ideas. But, I'm curious because Brandon really kind of gave me a springboard to go ahead and do this on the show. But we'll wait until,
you
Mike's
want to
ready
make
for
it a big finish?
I
Okay.
have no clue what it is.
I don't either. Yeah. And that always frightens me.
No, I have a marketing idea for. I was on my walk of life, and it was not like overwhelmingly, debilitating in terms of the heat today because of the whatever the haze that was there. Yeah. So it was kind of pleasant, and my mind had a little clarity. And I'm always thinking of marketing ideas, and I was thinking we're going to Batch Southern Kitchen. And I thought, well, what really is the thing about Batch Southern Kitchen? The signature thing which is great because it's only the beginning, as Chicago, the band would say, are the Biscuits.
Yep.
And I'm thinking the Biscuits literally were sort of calling my name as I was thinking about coming here. And so I don't know. How about a marketing slogan, Batch Southern Kitchen, where the Biscuits call you by name?
Ooh, I like that.
No?
I like that.
I like that.
You
I don't
like
know
it?
why
I
Mayo
do
would
like it.
Mayo hates it.
Why
I
would
know
Mayo
that.
not like it?
Mayo's like,
I think that's great.
what is that? Destroying the show, Depot.
I said fine.
Where the Biscuits call you by name, they really do. Because I could not wait till you put that down there. And you walk by with a couple of other, of the offerings that were going to other tables. And I was tempted to stop you and like just take a bite.
I'm glad you say that. Last year when we were updating some menu options, we had a skillet cornbread on the menu.
Which was very good.
Which
It
would
was.
be
It was
definitely
very
like
good.
a big favorite of mine.
And you still do cinnamon rolls on
We still do the cinnamon rolls for brunch, but when we were updating the menu, we had 2 bread options, on there with the cornbread and the biscuits. And we looked at it and we said, let's stand behind one, right? And let's really take a pick and make sure that our biscuits are perfect. So
Is
we
that too much
increased
of a
the size.
Cheers ripoff where everybody knows your name? I mean,
I don't like.
what do you think? Are we going to get in trouble there?
I
No,
don't
but
think so.
they're
Cease
calling
and
my
desist,
name.
yeah.
I think they speak to me. They don't call me by name. They
100%.
just say, "Eat me."
Come on,
I
man. We
do.
can't go with eat me. That's Southern Kitchen. Eat me. Mike
I
Mayo.
love biscuits.
No, and they call it the drop. These are the drop.
See, that's
biscuits.
why he's not in marketing. Why we have this kind of common thread.
Exactly.
They're drop. They call them drop biscuits. I call them drop dead gorgeous biscuits because they're
That's
freaking
pretty clever,
gorgeous.
too.
They're
But
fantastic.
they were
So-
calling my name, and even like if I took some home, which you say, this is a weird thing. Now, people really can like just take a bunch of biscuits to go.
Yes and no. I mean,
How does that work?
Well, we have some kind of unique trays. They're kind of like the old school Italian pasta aluminum trays that we have, and we just came up with a sticker with the cooking instructions on it. So there's a table that was raving about our biscuits. They're a first time guests, and we found a little sliver of hospitality that we could surprise them with. So we surprised them with, the raw biscuits.
Right,
the
unreasonable
dough,
hospitality.
a little bit of Southern hospitality in there.
And he's Captain Crunch. Like if it doesn't have a
Oh,
little bit of
it's
crunch,
got that crunch on top.
It does have
and
the crunch.
and that just makes my heart.
And
melt.
it
It's
kind of
beautiful.
grew from our Thanksgiving to go platform, because you can order fried turkeys to go with all the
oh my
southern
God, at
sides.
Thanksgiving
and
you wouldn't
then
even
the
need a turkey.
biscuits. So we would sell the biscuits in raw
That's
dough
great.
format.
And it's funny because these make converts out of people who say, "Oh, I don't usually like
Yeah, you
biscuits
wouldn't
or
think
eat
about
biscuits." He's not a
Yeah,
biscuit
yeah,
eater,
I mean, a
and you
biscuit.
can't resist these.
No,
Oh, they're
And
fantastic.
look, I know I don't like to, get
I
political.
elbowed Lubie. He's got a black eye from where I elbowed him in the eye. It was like what Panthers were around the goal there. I mean,
I don't like getting political, but if these biscuits ran for office, if they ran for the presidency,
They'd win
not
whatever
only are they
office.
probably more qualified than either candidate.
no, but I mean,
they would win in a
They,
landslide.
they are running because this is Joe Biden,
They're definitely more awake. They're-
and I'm a Biden fan. I mean, I'm always going to vote for him. But geez, it looks like his
I'm a
brain
biscuit
right there.
fan.
These are big time.
Those are great.
Just again, a popular vote would win in a landslide. Everybody loves these
But you're
biscuits.
thinking if you're coming to Batch Southern Kitchen, you're probably looking at putting on 5 pounds, and yet you can still eat. I mean, this corn rib thing
there's
is a
healthy
phenomenal
options.
concept. The salad was brilliant. I mean,
It's-
among the best I've had.
it's all good,
And
whichever
you
way
guys
you want to go.
really put a nice touch on everything.
And let's not forget the great cocktail program and
Yes.
some of the things that are going on, which
Well,
brings us
tonight
to
you have a great
tonight.
thing, right?
What's happening?
Tonight, another one of our
Yes.
charity events that we have. So, we have a great, whiskey barrel charity program. We just landed our Whistle Pig 10. So this is a charity bottle, and
Look at that thing.
we're donating the proceeds of the bottle sales for this to the Saving Grace Animal Rescue. So we're doing the barrel release in conjunction with the Fort Lauderdale Whiskey Society. So they're coming in tonight, and we're going to be selling this. We'll have Whistle Pig here, Neil. He's going to be making some campfire old fashions for the guests here. A $10 entry ticket is going to get you a free cocktail at our bar to kind of come out in the patio and hang out.
And that's from 6 to 8 p.m.
6
tonight.
to 8 p.m. tonight.
Thursday, 7-Eleven.
Could not be a more noble cause, Mayo.
Oh no, the animal
Me
rescue.
being an animal rescue guy,
Kevin
2
and
rescued dogs.
Brandon,
and-
they love
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
but they also really love animals and dogs. And this outfit, is it a South Florida based?
Yes, it
group?
is.
And
Yes, it is. So the Saving Grace, this will be our second or third event with them, and it's really a great partnership that we've been able to create with them. They bring in a great crowd. They bring in a bunch of furry friends.
Oh, nice.
It's really an awesome event. Who doesn't love dogs? Who doesn't love whiskey? The patio outside in the middle of summer. It's gonna be a fun event.
That's great.
We have
And
to
again,
convert Mayo into a dog lover. He,
So-
he really is not an animal guy. At this point.
I love
he's an
animals.
animal
He
I
bets a
love-
lot of losing horses.
I love children.
But
I love
other than that, yeah.
horses, even the slower ones. They're beautiful. So this bottle release, you can buy whole bottles,
Yes,
right?
you can.
And a portion of that also goes to the charity.
The proceeds that we make over our cost, we donate 100% of that back to charity. So
Excellent.
this is going to go back to the Saving Grace Rescue, just like some of the other foundations that we support. The Patches Foundation is the sick children down in Miami.
Yep.
Veterans, it's very important to me being a U.S. Marine veteran myself.
Right.
We support the Honor Flight of South Florida. Just some really great organizations to give back to the community. I mean, this business is, hospitality. It's not just hospitality to our guests. It's hospitality to our partners, to our staff, to the community, to anyone that we really can get our outreach to.
It's great. So that's
Beautiful.
tonight, 6 to 8 p.m. And then you got something going on tomorrow because I guess it's International
Pecan Pie Day.
Pecan Pie
Yeah.
Day.
So our chefs on our menu, we have a kind of a chef's creation dessert. So it's always kind of rotating what the chef's mood is. So we're going to incorporate a pecan pie into our chef's mood dessert for tomorrow for National Pecan Pie Day.
Excellent. And then other stuff going on this month, or
We got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
going on.
I have my little card here,
On
and
the
you have all these.
Yeah, on the 24th, we're doing a whiskey education class. So for our whiskey society members or anyone that just really wants to kind of get engaged into that side of the community, we are going to have a to be determined, whiskey,
Brand.
aficionado and
Oh,
brand
nice.
coming in. They're going to teach a class. We do it back here in the back section of the restaurant. It's really cool. It's a great networking event. It's just an awesome thing.
Do you award PhDs or master's degrees in bourbon consumption? Or
We can. we have
I think I
plenty
might
of it.
start working on and get accumulating some credits.
Yeah,
But
they have things, the Whiskey University, and there's actual degrees that you can get with them, and they're pretty cool. But we haven't gotten to the actual degree side of it yet.
Well, that's awesome. All right, so a whole host of activities going on here at Batch. We're gonna take another break now, but
this
first,
speaks for itself,
Oh,
though,
yeah.
Mayo. We destroyed this stuff.
well, we
We really did.
When we're sitting
the short
here
ribs are
for an
fantastic.
hour
Yeah,
potching around trying to figure out what exactly
This
is wrong.
corn rib thing is a
And
brilliant concept.
how do you not start diving into some of the great food? And again, that smoked short rib is a great play. It's just got that beautiful smoky flavor with the smoke ring and the demi-glace and the sauce and the mashed potato. It's a winner. It's definitely a winner. Hey, before we take that next break, I want to talk about one of the events that we on the Lunchbox are going to be part of, and it's in conjunction with our friends at the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, which is not just a 1 week in the wintertime festival anymore. It's a year-round series of events. And 1 month from now, actually on Saturday, August 10th,
Yes, listen.
we're going to be partnering with Visit Lauderdale along with our friends at Even Keel Fish Shack in Lauderdale by the Sea. August 10th, 1 to 4 p.m. We're calling it Pearl Jam by the Sea.
Can
And
you
it's-
do a little Pearl Jam?
I-
It sounds like a rabbi on acid. I mean, what is that?
Eddie Vedder is a very talented
No,
guy.
I mean,
he's
they're
not going to
good
be
band,
there.
obviously, yeah.
But we're going to celebrating, play on the words. Pearl Jam is pearls are found in oysters. So we're going to
There
be
you go.
celebrating oysters on the half shell and sparkling bubbly.
Have you ever found a
wines.
pearl in one of your oysters?
I have.
You have, yeah?
Oh, you have? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I've found.
What'd you do?
Yeah, when it comes to that, I'm lucky. When it comes to actually holding up with a pair of things, not so much. All right, I'm not going to be bitter.
Anyways.
Go online.
There's a horse named after his girlfriend in the first race at
Yes,
San
finished
Francisco.
last.
First
We already
race of the
talked-
meet.
yes.
Boom. Dead last.
Dead
Dead last, still
All right.
running.
DL.
D-
Dead last.
No, we're talking about VL, Visit Lauderdale
Yes.
Food Wine, VLFoodWine.com. Go onto the website, click on the banner. You could get your tickets now for that event. Again, unlimited raw oysters on the half shell. They're really beautiful product that's coming out of the Sebastian Inlet area. Nobody thinks of Florida as being a oyster hotbed, but actually they are developing now these new techniques, and they're perfectly safe to eat. They're
Year-round.
filtered and year-round, and they're delicious. And you think you're eating something from the Pacific Northwest or up by Prince Edward Island.
Yeah.
Really delicious oysters that we're going to be sampling from the Sebastian Inlet area, along with some from the Virginia areas. And, of course, we're going to be having sparkling wine. And the VIP seats, you get a seat at the bar with a split of Tattinger champagne, along with the unlimited sparkling wine. And you get an entree from their brunch lunch menu. Again, VLFoodWine.com. Also, you go on to Eventbrite.com and just search for Even Keel Oysters, and you'll find your tickets available now. Looking forward to that a month from now, Saturday, August 10th.
All right, sounds good. Tremendous job, Brandon. I mean,
Thank you.
it is amazing. Like when you can't wait to get to a place of the place. I mean,
People ask me about the best restaurant in South Florida. Casa Angelo is always off of my list. First class dining, top flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended for a special occasion or any occasion. Casa de Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. If you're looking for an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-face smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. A sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hour 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Okay, we're back at Batch, New Southern Kitchen and Tap, downtown Fort Lauderdale, right on Federal Highway, 525 North Federal Highway, convenient to everywhere. And Brandon is with us, and let's talk about, we talked about some of the special events upcoming. How about just the day-to-day stuff? You got some great happy hour deals still going on, right? And
yeah, for sure. Happy hour Monday through Friday. Mondays is we call it a hospitality day, and that's for our friends in hospitality, so in the biz. So you get 50% off food all day and 25% off drinks.
Do you have any schnorrers that try to just pretend that they're in the business, but they're not really? Do you make them show like a pay stub? Or...
Yeah,
I was a waiter in the
them
70s. Does that qualify?
I've never heard that place. In the biz all day on Monday. So it's a great way for us to support our our friends in the business. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. You can get all of our cocktails $14 and under, which pretty much opens up our all of our specialty cocktails that we have here. There's quite a bit of whiskeys as well on the happy hour. So like our our proprietary barrel whiskeys are all qualify for happy hour, inclusive of like a hot name like Stag. So you can come in and get a 1 ounce pour of Stag for $7. Really can't beat it. And we added a bunch more happy hour food options too. So 3 different kinds of sliders, fried green tomato appetizer. Our sweet potato hummus is also on there. So some really good stuff.
Very good. And then, of course, the weekend brunch is always a big hit. And I think the nice part that what you guys do is when there's like a 3-day holiday weekend, you run the brunch on the Monday also,
yeah,
right?
we're running on Monday when it's Memorial Day or Labor Day.
Labor
or
Day
any
coming
of
up
those,
before
any
you
of those
know
types
it.
of holidays. It's great for people that work over the weekend and can't go out and experience brunch. I mean, most brunches are restricted to the weekends. So it's great to have it on Mondays. We usually get a good crowd to help support people that can't come in for brunch.
Nice.
I thought about bringing an umbrella, by the way.
I don't know if that's going to help you with that.
There's worse things than getting stuck at the bar
Is this
here.
I was
Burl?
gonna
What is
say,
this? Are we
I
on,
got- I
If
got
you
it.
get stuck
Yeah.
somewhere, this is where I'd want to be stuck.
I might have to break my teetotaling ways and have one of those great pecan whiskey sours.
There you
That,
go.
Stop kidding yourself. That would be my advice to you. just live your life. I mean, if you're at Batch Southern Kitchen, don't restrict yourself with an iced tea.
I'm not. I'm
Got
just.
all these great offerings.
It's
there.
early in the day. I got to take it easy. Maybe we'll make a little.
You're at McDonald's drive-thru at
appearance
3 in the
at
morning.
6
How
o'clock.
early could it be?
No, my life is obviously an
You're just
exercise
right.
in self-sabotage, but this place is you're treating yourself very, very well.
Yes.
Brandon, thanks so much. I know you
Yeah,
have a busy
pleasure.
day. We're going to let you go, cut you loose, and pray that we get through the rest of the
Yes.
show without any
But
hindrances.
could you possibly, from Brandon, and maybe you could write down exactly what you brought out? Because if I ever do go to the chair, this is what I want. And I'm eating like I'm going there right now. I really
got
am.
you. I got you.
I
No
haven't
worries.
stopped since I got here. It's
No
great.
worries.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Well, thank you guys.
always a pleasure. Give our regards to Kevin,
We'll
Yes,
do.
and
who
the
remains
rest
in hiding. We haven't seen him. I think
We
I
switch
think
roles.
he still actually exists.
He does.
But we haven't seen him.
Think about this, Mike Mayo. Batch
Yes.
Southern Kitchen, where the biscuits call you by name.
Yeah.
Does that have any chance? No, that has no chance.
Zero chance.
There's a
Let's
chance.
say
But I
Pretty
like
weak,
it. I
and
do
there's-
like it.
There's got to be some variation
Maybe in a
we can do in
post.
it. It needs a little editing.
Maybe in an
I'm not
Instagram
sure.
post.
Yeah.
We'll put our brains together for that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Batch New Southern Kitchen.
That wasn't in the book you were reading.
the
was it?
No, that wasn't.
Drop dead gorgeous biscuits.
Those are great.
They say, eat me.
He's been obsessed with death, though. He's been obsessed with death lately, so I
No,
don't know
just-
if that really works. I mean, the whole show yesterday was about death.
No, just
It was
that
incredible.
was 2 days ago. We're in a much better place. We were talking because he lost his friend's grandma at 99, and
And you predicted that I wouldn't make 75.
I did not say that. I just say it gets to a certain point when your age. If somebody sees that age in the obituary, they don't say, "Oh, what a surprise!" They
What a
say,
shame. Yeah, I know. Not
Right.
too soon. Yeah.
All right, enough of that silly talk. We got one more break, right? Let's do it. Let's take that break, and then we'll come back. And again, Brandon, thanks for everything.
Brandon,
Thanks for
beautiful
coming,
job
guys.
as always.
And
man.
we'll wrap
Appreciate
up
it,
this
guys.
edition of the ever cheerful Mike Mayo's Lunchbox.
Mr. Death.
One of the best restaurants in Broward, J&C Oyster in downtown Hollywood. At 2035 Harrison Street, this place is fantastic and worth a drive. It's got creative, cutting-edge seafood and more with an Asian twist and gorgeous cocktails. Chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez cut their teeth at some of Miami's best restaurants. Don't miss some of these fantastic dishes, including grilled oysters, fried chicken, and the Thai red curry crab. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner with daily happy hour and outdoor seating. Go to jncoyster.com for reservations and information. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. Are you looking for a good New York style slice? How about lunch specials for under $9 that come with garlic rolls and a fountain drink? I'm talking about Stromboli Pizza Kitchen in the Fountains of Plantation, 801 South University Drive. Since 1987, it's been home to Brooklyn-style pies and slices, heroes and paninis, pastas, and all your Italian-American favorites. It's got the unpretentious vibe of the pizza places of my youth with daily specials, family dinners, outdoor seating, eat-in, carry-out, or delivery. Open 7 days a week. Go to strombolispizza.com to place your order today. Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial. Serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, and I've never seen Defo devour a dish like these, what they call the corn ribs. You have three corn rib carcasses here. You're just like,
it's unfortunate that you can't eat this, because I would have to say, and I'm a huge fan of all forms of corn on the cob, especially off the grill or whatever. That might be one of the best applications, if not the best applications of corn on the cob I've ever had. Fantastic job. I love the way they did it. I mean, the flavors and everything. And it's true of virtually everything. They have a lot of subtleties in the dishes here at Bad Southern Kitchen. It's not like, okay, here's some ribs or whatever, and it's conventional. It's not.
And as a vegan plate goes, I mean,
that's the thing.
They brush the corn, they do this little flash deep frying, and then they put the seasoning on it.
Because we devoured it before the show. Was the grilled pepper, which was
grilled pepper, broccoli, and they have some asparagus and broccolini and a vinegar-based coleslaw that tastes like the health salad that I used to get at the deli in Brooklyn.
Dipping sauce was great.
All good stuff here, and got to give a shout out to Dr. Bob, one of the fans of Batch, and also I guess a Let's Eat and Lunchbox fan, and it's great to see people come out and support our fine sponsors, and also have a fun day. And it's a rainy day; it's a perfect day to come in here, especially tonight, 6 to 8 p.m. for that great cause, the Saving Grace Animal Rescue Benefit, with the bottle release of the Whistle Pig Single Barrel Rye 10-year.
Nice.
We've got them lined up right here, but by the end of tonight, they'll all be gone.
Very attractive looking bottle.
Don't swipe one. We want to keep it for so we can save the animals.
I already stuffed one in my pants while Brandon wasn't looking.
Hey, I do have a look. Oh, Brandon was like,
exactly. No way.
Have a little bit of news to share. First of all, it was great. I saw Tom T, our friend, Tom's Louisiana Kitchen.
Well,
because he's been kind of a nomad, and he thought he found a permanent home at that place in Boca, and then that didn't last. But now it looks like he's going to be starting to do some regular pop-ups, because the first one that he held on Tuesday night at our friend Bert Rappaport's Max's Grill in Meisner Park was a huge smash success.
Good.
Nice.
He sold out of almost everything. He sold out of his family lasagna, the crepe lasagna.
Fantastic.
And it was great because the place did a good business for a Tuesday night. I was talking with the bartender there, Scott, and he was saying we got a bigger crowd than usual. Nice. And apparently like 80% of the people who came in there ordered from Tom's menu, the pop-up menu, not the regular menu.
That's amazing.
And so I think they're looking to maybe make it.
I think it's time Bert maybe got together with Tommy T and said, hey, let's do something.
The man makes good food, and
we love them both.
Tom's capable, sous chef assistant was in there, and then the whole crew.
It would
Chef
be
Michael,
nice to see
that
Tommy
we've seen
T,
on the show. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it'd be nice to see Tommy T get this kind of backing.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking your girl Justine out there with the barbecue place must have at some point hooked up with like O.J. McDuffie. Maybe got a little bit of fundage and they got together or something. But it would be nice to see somebody back this guy once and for all, legitimate, because I think. He would do well. It was unfortunate what happened with this Phil's place.
He starts, he's going to start by doing these pop-ups, and it looked like it was a smash hit, and hopefully it'll become a regular thing at Max's Grill. Now, another place where Tom had spent some time down at Riverside South Market in the southern part of Fort Lauderdale near the airport. I spoke to owner Julian Siegel. He shared some news last night with me. That they have 3 Riverside markets. Well, the original one is right across from our friend Wade at the pizza spot in the Riverside Park area of Fort Lauderdale. That's still going strong, but he is going to be shuttering the Riverside South as of today, because it's just been it's been a struggle. One of those locations that's kind of a real struggle. But Riverside Market remains in the original location in Fort Lauderdale, along with they have one in Plantation. Okay. That's a place where you get all kinds of good beers and stuff. So that's our news of the day. And Julian,
favorable.
Julian is partner with Adam Fine at the Tarpon River Brewing, and we're going to do a show there at some
Nice, that
point
place is
at
great.
Tarpon River Brewing on the other side of the New River, the south side.
That place is great.
But yeah, Julian just wanted to, just give a heads up. So, it was a place that's kind of in a warehouse district, a little bit of a tougher location. But, onward and upward. And
Yes.
there are still many fine places to catch a good beer, along with here at Batch New Southern Kitchen for all the full cocktails and all that. I'm lost. I'm a
You're
lost
so
soul.
gone. You're a shot
I'm
fighter.
gone. Shot
Yeah.
fighter. I think let's just call it a day.
Well, what was your favorite thing among the dishes, Michael Mayo? Just out of curiosity.
It's always the
food critic
biscuits
opinion.
because they
the
call my
biscuits are
name.
just
Okay, but that was.
See, it's catching on. It's catchy.
No, I knew you wouldn't like it because
I didn't say it.
yeah, no, probably. I
think the short rib's
assumed there was an
fantastic.
idea that you would reject.
I've never thought about smoking
Smoking.
short rib because you don't
Yeah.
really need to, but it actually is the crust, the flavor. They actually still cooked it medium rare to rare. The mashed potatoes obviously are house
But
made. with
the first thing I thought of
It's
was I
fantastic.
can't wait to bite into that initial, taste of the biscuits, hot out of the oven like they came. Smear a little of that butter on there. Whatever the jam is amazing.
Always change up
And,
the jam.
and then get into all of this other wonderful
Yeah,
stuff.
and they
It was
actually
great.
listened to me. They changed out the bread on the
Yeah, the bread's
fried
better.
green tomato BLT.
No,
so
they'll
that
probably take it
country
off
white-
the menu pretty soon.
No, it's a good dish. Everybody
Okay.
loves a good
No, it's
fried
better
green.
with this. You're right. With the bread, it was a little tougher to eat.
Yeah, with the sourdough, it's just a tough. It kind of fought you a little bit, and this is just
And it's perfect.
soft and pillowy and just nicely collapses.
Usually he likes the thing hard as a rock.
no, sometimes it depends on the item that's being
Oh, there.
consumed
What we
within
were
the
trying
bread.
to say.
Yeah, that's it. But it's all good. Do I have to do any other live spots? Yes. Let's talk about our friends at Tropical Acres,
Okay, because of course.
2500 Griffin Road, and they've been in business 75 years. They know how to make people.
That becomes beyond remarkable when you think about it.
No, it's insane.
In the restaurant business, the economy, surviving all of these different things that have happened over the years. And they're still going strong and still pretty much in tune with what they were originally. I mean, offering
Yeah.
unbelievable bargains on food.
Talk about
Incredible.
value. That $39 twin lobster special
Monday
is
through
available
Friday.
Monday
Now,
through
did you
Friday.
eat both of the lobsters,
I
or did you
did.
share some?
No, I was in a lobster consumption mood. And
this new keto diet.
I like that summertime lobster treat. 2 steamed Maine lobsters along with a salad and a side dish for $39. You can't beat that deal. Go in there and tell them the Lunchbox sent you, and don't forget they got happy hour in the bar 4:30 to 6:30, half price wine Monday, Tuesday, and the loyalty reward card. Every 12 punches you get the 13th
You
entree
got any on you?
on
Or
the
is
house.
it
No,
nothing?
I'm all tapped
All right.
out. And tomorrow we're going to be at our
Back at the
usual
stream.
Friday fun day at Gulfstream Park, and hopefully we'll figure out the mute button before.
Toga.
And,
Toga.
and then
Toga. It only held us up for an hour and got us caught up in a massive
Got us
rainstorm.
into the rain.
It's all right. Yeah.
hey, thanks to Brandon and Kevin as usual for their great support. Come on out to Batch if you haven't tried it yet. What are
Wow.
you waiting for? Because people are
There,
just
Brandon-
literally is something for everybody, no matter how bizarre the taste. This is a big problem for the Mustang when she gets together with her girlfriend,
people who
because
need,
there's
yeah.
always one, dissident. And now, I mean, you could cover every option here. It's
Yes.
fantastic.
Oh, and one last blurb. J&C Oyster, it is Thursday.
I like that spots just springing
They
in
just
your head.
remembered.
At the end
Oh,
of
yeah, we
the
have them
show.
too.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
Well, because we're going to be there for
Less than a
their
week away.
grand opening ribbon cutting. Finally, it got delayed last month because of the heavy rains and flooding, and hopefully this time the weather is going to cooperate.
Hold up.
Next Wednesday, the 17th, we're going to be on the air from 4 to 5 p.m., and then they're going to have the ribbon cutting ceremony right when they open. Mayor of Hollywood, Josh Levy, will be there. The owner, Caesar, along with his chefs, Raheem and Monica, they're going to be joining us on the show. 2035 Harrison Street in Hollywood. Really upscale, good, both seafood and other dishes. Get
I
in
like a really
there.
cool vibe.
Check it out yourself, 5 to 7 p.m., Wednesday through Sunday. And that happy hour goes on Saturday and Sunday as well. And that is a deal that you don't want to miss because, again, talk about some really good quality creative fare. That's what you'll find at J&C Oyster. All right, I think I'm done with my.
You are done.
We
You were
made
done
it.
at the beginning.
Appreciate
huh?
everyone who stuck through.
No one gets more nervous than Mayo about this stuff. Lubie's, he's mad,
Perseverance.
maneuvering his
pays.
way through it. Yeah.
Perseverance.
No,
They
Mayo
call
was
us.
We
fine.
had a couple of
I-
Aperol spritzes.
They call us the comeback kids. So
And we'll
that's
see you from Ghost
that's
from
Great
New York.
food, man. Batch Southern Kitchen.
All right,
Highly
Defo.
recommended.
thanks. We did it.
Got
Who
through.
won the second at San Antonio?
I don't know. Until tomorrow, enjoy everybody and enjoy every sandwich.